Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to talk a little bit about breastfeeding, just kind of give you an update on how it is going for us and kind of what is happening. Also, I have a really important lesson that I am learning to share with you guys. So basically, breastfeeding has been one of our biggest challenges so far. It really has probably been one of the most challenging things in general that I've gone through. Um, basically, our baby Ismail is not really quite able to latch very well, and he's been checked for tongue ties, all different things like that. We've gotten a lot of help from a few different lactation consultants, and they've been really helpful, and they've been able to teach me a lot about breastfeeding. Surprisingly, while I was pregnant, I educated myself on a lot of different topics like birth and afterbirth and things like that, but breastfeeding was something that for some reason I thought would just come naturally. Like, it's silly thinking about it now, but I really honestly just thought that like breastfeeding happened just by itself. Like, of course I heard about women who weren't able to produce milk very well, things like that, but I did not think that breastfeeding actually took effort, which I know sounds crazy. But anyways, breastfeeding does take effort actually, just so you know, in case you don't know, like I didn't know. But anyways, we tried a lot of different things. I'm still working with the baby, and we're still practicing and trying to get him to nurse actively and things like that. But for right now, we have basically been just pumping every 2 hours, which has been quite difficult for me. But it is thankfully like a way that he is still able to have breast milk, and so I'm very grateful for that. It is really, really important for me to, or it's really important to me for the baby to have breast milk, and I will continue to do as much as I can to make sure that he does get the breast milk, especially if I am able to produce the breast milk. I really want him to be able to have that. And so that has been really challenging for me too, because I had such like a thought in my head how breastfeeding was gonna go for us. I really thought that like it's something that I really wanted. It's something that was really, really, really important to me, was to breastfeed. And so it's taken a long time for me to kind of digest the fact that it is taking much more effort than I thought it would. Like, I always would remember the times when my siblings were younger and like they fell down, for example, and my mom was able to comfort them by breastfeeding, and like the bonding and all different nice things about breastfeeding is what I had in mind. And so now that things are a little different, it's taking me some time to digest. But I am really grateful that I am able to feed him, and I will continue to pump, and hopefully down the line he will end up being able to actively nurse. But this has really taught me a huge lesson. Like it's something that is really, really important for me to have learned, and maybe that's why things are happening the way they are happening. But when I was younger, like before I was pregnant, even when I was pregnant probably, I just had the idea that breastfeeding would happen, and so I thought that women who didn't breastfeed were not really putting in enough effort, and I sort of judged. And I look back at that right now and I feel really bad for doing that. Like, I feel so bad for thinking that women didn't put enough effort into breastfeeding, or women who didn't choose to breastfeed. Like, I'm not in any position to judge that. Like, I don't know what their situation was, but I did. Like, my mind just went to like, oh, I guess they don't want to breastfeed. Like, oh, that's not really a good thing. But I have come to understand that that was a huge lesson for me to learn, not to judge people because I do not know their situation. And I'm kind of in a situation right now where I feel judged when people see me feeding him with a bottle, even though my breast milk is in there. Sometimes I feel judged. Like, there are people who wonder why I'm not simply breastfeeding him. And so this has been a really big lesson for me to learn, like, not to judge other people. I do not know what their situation is, And so I thought that would be a nice lesson to share with you guys. Hopefully, maybe it will help you also kind of realize that we really shouldn't judge each other. And I'm starting to realize that there is a lot of that when it comes to parenting. There's a lot of different opinions, there's a lot of different approaches, and so I think that judging and not judging is something to think about when it comes to parenting. So please keep us in your prayers. I will update you guys on how our breastfeeding journey is going, but for now, I guess I'll head out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Please remember to like this video and subscribe if you have not already. Take good care. Bye-bye.